store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season. A measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bruins about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. Brings into the open. Oh, what a caught. The 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hokies. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's good. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Overton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Lets him fly. Makes a grab for a big play. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Turns it loose deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. He's up to 90 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Howe. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the calls are. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And the Hokies will try to punch it in on first and goal. Out of the gun to give to the back. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Coming out with it, it's Good. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Gets loose in the middle. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right?
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UCLA. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 45 on his way. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. And off from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd it's Howe. Right down the middle. Got his man to the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups. And I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football while he's being guarded and contested. That's a tough catch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Off the RPO, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Hokies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown, Hokies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it out. It's good. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets rid of it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Howe. Finds his big tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the...
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a moment here and talk a little Virginia Tech. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Hokies will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking for a man, it's Howell. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Hokies. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Bruins line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to pass, it's Howell. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Toss sweep right. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Hokies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Wiggles free. Heading to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get in the 6, but they'll have the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Plucks it out of the air. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. They just keep firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Overton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Unloads it left. It's complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. He's at the 22. And the Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass. chip away here on 1st and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to pass. It's Houck. Got a man. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a... Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Makes the grab past the marker. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawson. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dropping back, it's Howe. Caught close to the marker, it's Washington. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. New set of downs after the completion. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Off play action. Now improvising. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature him more and more in the passing game.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Looking downfield on first down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a third and long. Throws it back. Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Bruins are marching down the field. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, UCLA! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
UCLA, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Wiggins. Got a lot of room to the right. the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
UCLA, 21.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make connection on the long shot.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? Like 4 verticals. This is a play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the passes.
He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the... You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll run it out of the shotgun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies, both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
It's another first down for the offense.
They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Bruins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. On the option. Now the toss. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time.